This one stock will surprise everyone. The company makes electric vehicles, and they recently had a spin-off startup company called Mind Robotics. Their revenue is over $1.5 billion, up 70% year over year, and they're eking out a small profit. The company is Rivian, R-I-V-E. RIVN is the ticker. Not Tesla, right? But this company is a turnaround story with that 70% increase in revenue after recent Q3 earnings. Let's jump into a little breakdown. This is not financial advice.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
So this is a little bit about the earnings. There's the revenue number, there's the increase, and you can see automotive revenue. It makes up the majority of that. This is the spin-off startup Mind Robotics. So trying to follow Tesla's footsteps a little bit with humanoids and full self-driving. This is an industrial AI and robotics company. So they're basically going to work on a data collection project. And yeah, I also agree, this is a mouthful of buzzwords, but I think it sounds like they're trying to do some type of Google DeepMind, humanoids. Okay, now they're talking about LLMs. This sounds like very something that belongs on TechCrunch as far as a early stage research project, which if you're a super big company like Google or Tesla, you can just throw money into these. But yeah, we'll see what comes of this. They're trying to, be like those companies, and maybe incubate some new little startups. But yeah, it's unclear what the Rivian IP is going to be able to improve in robotics and industrial AI. But these sectors are definitely big. And if we look at SYM, that's a warehouse automation company. That stock's done awesome. There's some little robotics companies that are sort of speculative. RR Serve soon is the voice AI one. Those are sort of selling off because they're in the speculation bucket. But Mind Robotics is private, so it's not really in the same category. Rivian, importantly, is relevant even without its sort of AI moonshots. So this is the recent earnings. And despite this company selling off and then just going sideways, for a while, recently it's looking strong again. So, again, on a year chart, this is pretty disgusting. There's just unless you're very opportunistic, you get a 40-50%. But in general, it's just, compared to Tesla, right? So much more clean when it does move. And then when it's on its, it's only backside in hindsight, but when it starts to drop below a moving average, these sort of moving averages converges. So maybe here, a stock looks like a breakout buy, but you can just sell out here. And just ignore it when it's below, say, the 20-day moving average, which is, it's actually this one. This is the 20-day moving average. But yeah, you don't have to worry about my chart. It's the most annoying thing in the world to try to decipher someone else's chart. But you get what I'm seeing as far as the actual shape of the stock compared to Rivian. Rivian looks way uglier, right? But there's a lot of volume here. So why am I talking about it now? Because when you have a couple big volume candles, specifically one, and we can see kind of how that acted here. You have a close. This is the close right now, 15 and change, 15.20, which it's at right now. You have a really clear level to risk off of. And we've seen that with companies like IBM. You can sort of buy right here. Here it actually came down and stopped you out. But in previous earnings, and probably in this earnings as well, but we'll see what happens. Here's another example. You get into Reddit, you risk that level, and it barely drops below that level. So maybe you risk 1% or something, about 2%. But after that, it just doesn't look back. I mean, it's just chugging along 20, 30, 40%. This is the best earnings reaction in Q2. So don't think they're all going to be like this, but the whole point is you get chopped out for a tiny amount, a lot, and then one of them you just hold it. So that's how you can do well even when you have a low win rate. So that's the idea here. Now, if we look back at what they're up to, well, we talked about their revenue. We talked about their sort of moonshot AI company, which it actually is good. They have it. I'm making fun of it a little bit, only because it's so hard to compare to Tesla, but they have a huge head start. They also have 400 million from this software as a service segment, which is kind of surprising given they're a car company. So yeah, that's unusual for most of these electric vehicle companies. So we can jump into exactly where that's from, but I don't think that that is even necessarily the reason it's going up so much. I think it's basically the revenue beat, and everything else is just sort of window dressing. So deliveries trending upward helps, but again, we mentioned Tesla selling off on this delivery numbers. So even if delivery numbers are strong or beat estimates, it doesn't necessarily mean the stock's going up. So it's better to just look for, here's another earnings candle opportunity where it came back up, and, you'll see if it holds that level. This is probably one of the worst outcomes for an earnings candle opportunity. You don't want to buy before earnings because earnings could be bad, right? And that is what happened. The earnings reaction was bad initially, but since then it's just been very difficult to get into. The challenge with Tesla now is with Elon's pay package, $1 trillion pay package, that is also appearing to be a sell the news event. It's hard to exactly tell what's going to happen, but so far the market is red, so we'll see what happens. But again, I don't think you can buy before an event like that. So all that to say, this is common to lose a lot. This is the stock. This is the idea. This is sort of the gold standard of what could come out of this. And if you like these ideas, hit that like button. If you want more, hit that subscribe. You'll also get a free course in the YouTube post section on how to buy stocks before they go up. And if you want to join the Discord, I'll see you there tomorrow morning. Check it out for $25 for 7 days.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.